Extinction Rebellion is a great organisation because it's quite inclusive.
It's really motivating.
We look to the future.
I'm making new friends.
I feel at home.
People young and old.
Self-managing, self-organising.
And something that really matters.
We're helping the planet.
It's an organisation which is self-managing, self-organising, has cells or groups that are also self-organising. It wants to wake up people about the climate crisis coming our way, or that we're already in actually, and it's non-violent, uses civil disobedience, and it's a great thing to be part of.
The Extinction Rebellion is a group of diverse and passionate people who want to make a change and take action towards the climate emergency. The rebellion wants to reverse the debt that has been put on this planet by humankind. And to do that, we need creative, scientific, artistic, political and various different strong minds to take to the streets and try and convey a message of how serious this emergency is and what we can do about it.
It's also a regenerative culture, which means, at the word I had to learn, regenerative is that you don't burn out, that you actually have create energy and build energy throughout the whole activist process, which I think is a wonderful thing, because in these times where the tendency is to be depleted by all the negative and bad things that are going on, it's really nice to be surrounded by people who are nurturing and supporting and caring for the planet.
It's not within my nature necessarily to be a frontline activist, I don't think. I don't really like breaking the rules. But it's really nice, I can do a lot of background work. I'm an artist, so I can do like some sticker designs, poster designs. You know, I really like holding banners, doing the banner actions. That's really quite fun, dancing around, and yeah, you definitely don't have to be arrested, that's for sure. There are so many people willing to do that, and you don't have to. So yeah, to anyone who's afraid of joining Extinction Rebellion because they think, oh, you know, it's so scary and rebellious and I have to be arrested, it's not the case. It's really not the case at all. So yeah, get involved, bro. I mean, get involved.
Something I think XR does extraordinarily well is training. We first attended a Heading for Extinction talk, and since then we've become really fascinated with the way XR goes into some of this training in such depth. At the moment I'm one of the coordinators of the Marshall Group, and I think that training is really outstanding in helping people understand how to de-escalate difficult situations. I think that the way that XR has gone into developing those skills in its members is really extraordinary. I've never come across environment groups, conservation groups, community groups that do any of this training to this extent. So I think it's a standout for XR. And it helps people feel included, it helps people feel safer, and it's really nice to know that if you've been trained, you're in a position to help other people find their courage to take action that we all need to take.
So I ended up dressing up as a koala and going on a freeway, the Southeastern Freeway, just below the Hyson Tunnels. I'm not that sort of person normally. I don't normally choose to get in a koala suit and go and chain myself to a pole in the middle of the freeway. I ended up with a fine. And I suddenly realised that the democratic system was failing us and that we needed to go a step further, and so I looked at all sorts of actions. So I changed my superannuation, I got solar panels on my roof, I did all those things, and then I wanted to step out on the freeway and just wake people up and just say, we need to really, this is serious. And someone said to me, why don't you join Extinction Rebellion? They seem like a slightly safer option than just going on your own. So I did, and they're a wonderful group of people, and it looks really dangerous when we step out into a freeway, but there's this group of people that are really supportive and really careful about what they do. And we are all there as just regular people that just want to raise awareness.
It's in my personal culture, and I think it's also a very South Australian thing to be very polite and to want to please everyone. And I think the time for that is kind of over. throughout my whole life, the climate crisis has been there, and I think in my lifetime, if things continue the way they are, I could see environmental and societal collapse. I'm afraid of that. And so despite my inclinations to always want to please someone, to be polite, not to get in people's way, I think now's the time to really stand up and do something about it, and that's why I'm part of Extinction Rebellion.
Extinction Rebellion is a non-violent movement of civil disobedience, because in the past all the letters and all the petitions and all the lobbying MPs haven't worked, and we don't have enough time left to do that. So we have to take direct action, but that action must be non-violent. And so it's along the lines of all the civil disobedience movements from the past that have been so effective, like Mahatma Gandhi's Satyagraha non-violent movement was incredibly effective, and his Salt March, and like the American Civil Rights Movement with Martin Luther King Jr. and the suffragettes movement of women getting votes. So I think it really helps that we can actually look to the past where we can see there have been huge successes before, so we can have an success by using that same model of non-violence.
I think for a lot of people in Extinction Rebellion, there is obviously a really pressing and deep-seated anxiety about the future of the planet and the climate and the devastation that's currently, that's underway. And I think Extinction Rebellion offers a really amazing beacon of hope and change for people, because you can participate how you want, as much as you want, and when you want. It's a volunteer organisation, so you're not required to do anything that you don't want to do. So it's a great opportunity for you to be able to contribute to this really important movement in such a personalised way, and a creative way as well. So you don't have to be out in the streets if that's not something you're interested in.